Today I've got 3 more custom planner spreads and I'm excited to know which one is your favorite. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have 3 more custom planner spreads for you. And as always, at the end of the video, I would love to know which spread is your favorite. So we have a spread for LeeAnn, who requested a monthly spread for March, and she wanted something spring, and I think this spring icons sticker book from Heather Kell is going to be absolutely perfect. I'm excited to play with that. Then we have a dashboard spread in the venti size, the big size, for Dani, who requested Calla Lilies. So I found some beautiful Calla Lilies, and we're going to combine those with a few other sticker books to create a unique spread for Dani. And then Heather was inspired by a Zoom call we had over on Patreon, and she requested a villains theme spread. I'm pumped. I cannot wait to work on that. So 3 spreads for you today. As always, I will link the supplies that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'm going to put you all on fast forward. Let's go. First up is a monthly layout for LeeAnn for the month of March. I am using Spring Icons Volume 2 from Calla Plan. I think this is a gorgeous sticker book. I love it. It definitely gets you in all of the spring feels. And I like this particular set that kind of looks like a picnic. And it's a celebration of like lemonade and picnics and spending time outside, which I thought was the perfect spring homage for LeeAnn and March. Now, monthly spreads can sometimes be tricky because there's actually not a ton of decorating room in a monthly spread if you plan to actually write on the days of the week. If you plan to write in plans, there's not a ton of decorating room. So I like to kind of focus some of my decor to the edges. So you see me aiming at different corners. I happen to cover up some of that top right corner where it says Friday because I know that the first is on a Saturday and I don't actually need that Friday box. So I'm focusing the decor over there, and then I'm also bringing in some washi tape to create a background. This is washi tape. The pink washi tape is from Planything. The green polka dot washi tape is from, I'm not sure where. It is from my stash, and I've had it for a long time. So I'm making a washi tape striped pattern, one of my favorite things to do. And then I'm going to very carefully, using this precision knife from Calla Plan, cut out where the sticker is. This will make the washi tape look like it is in the background of this spread. Now, this is kind of a long way to do this. If the stickers I had chosen were not on clear sticker paper, if they were on white sticker paper, I could have just put the washi tape down and then put the sticker over the top, and that would have solved that problem. But I also wanted the washi tape to appear as if it were running behind the boxes that are on the page. So because I wanted both of those things to happen, I am taking the time. It's a little bit tedious to do this cutting out. It's kind of relaxing, actually. In the end, it's not so bad. And I really, really like what it looks like. So to me, totally worth it. Do you waste a little bit of washi tape? Yes, because you're removing some larger sections of washi. Do I ever worry about it? No, because when was the last time you used up a whole roll of washi tape? Very rarely. Do I wish that I had used less washi, meaning that I used up a roll too fast? If I use up a roll, I feel like a sense of accomplishment. So let's remove the excess washi that we don't need. It was a little easier over in this corner, and then I just have to take my scissors and cut the pieces off of the edge. I love what this comes, I love what the look is. I love that it is kind of disappearing. It's kind of like creating your own scrapbook paper in the background. As I was doing that bottom corner, I realized I forgot to cut this section out of the top corner. Okay. Looking good. Now I'm going to cover up the days of the week. I want to bring in some more yellow for this spread. So let's just wipe those out. These are from Calla Plan Dated Basics Volume 2, I think. I have several of the Dated Basics from Calla Plan. They are fabulous. And I love that those are white sticker paper because I didn't have to worry about not being able to cover up some of the items. All right, let's go ahead and date. I am using yellow, so it's very light on screen, but you can see it in person. I just thought that the black numbers would be a little bit too harsh for the lightness of this spread. With all of the custom planner spreads that I'm doing today, we have 2 light and 1 dark. And I think it's fun to play with the difference of those. We have a tendency to kind of go seasonally, meaning we spend a lot of time doing light themes in the spring, maybe darker themes in the winter and the fall. But it's fun to change it up every now and then. So I'm hoping that seeing the light versus dark spreads will inspire you to change it up in your planner. All right, we're going to give LeeAnn a box over here on the left. This would be a good box to set goals or intentions for the month. So we're going to get that in place. I'm doing a lot of whiting out on LeeAnn's spread just because I don't want the dark lines going through some of these pieces. I do that sometimes, and then other times it just doesn't bother me. It's just that these were particularly light that I felt like the lines were kind of messing it up. All right. Just to add the month there at the top, and I already added, let's see, I added the functional box. She does have a quilting group meetup from the 19th through the 21st, so I have the washi tape to denote that. I pulled out some fun little holidays. For instance, did you know that March 10th is National Napping Day? I thought that perhaps LeeAnn may want to celebrate, so I went ahead and put that on. I'm adding a few decorative stickers. But otherwise, that is going to be it. Let me know what you think of LeeAnn's light and fun spring spread. It really does put me in all of the spring vibes, and I am so here for it. LeeAnn, I hope you enjoy your spread. Okay, the next spread that I am creating today is for Dani, and Dani uses the venti size dashboard spread, which is equivalent to the Happy Planner big size spread. And we are using these beautiful calla lilies. Now, I really thought that calla lilies were only white, but when I was looking them up, I did find some beautiful colorful ones, and I decided to embrace that on Dani's spread. And we are kind of crossing over. There are some lightness to the spread, some pastel colors, but I'm also bringing in black for some contrast and a little bit of darkness. So we're playing with both. I printed out these stickers from Canva and printed them on clear sticker paper, specifically a Mako brand clear sticker paper. Now, it is currently out of stock. That's Mako, M-A-C-O. It's my favorite kind. I usually pick it up on Amazon. It is out of stock as I speak right now, but it's something to watch for online because it will come back in stock. It kind of goes in and out, and it's just the best. The reason it's the best, especially for planners, is that when you print on this, you can actually still write over the top of it. It doesn't have that glossiness that prevents you from writing on it, and that's what makes it ideal for using in a planner. So what I am doing here at the bottom is I started with some washi tape. This is actually washi tape from Illustrated Faith. It is black and white, and I think it's gorgeous with kind of the abstract writing there at the bottom. And we are creating a little calla lily garden. So the calla lily is going across the spread, which is just so pretty. And then I'm bringing in some stickers from Live Love Posh. This is from the beautifully lined sticker book, a little bit of an older sticker book, but so good. And I like the lined look and how you can put it over the top. These are just line drawings of florals, and it brings in that black, but it's so light because it's just the lines, and it's beautiful, and I'm obsessed with it. And I wish I had a whole book of just lined florals that were only black and white, like only black and white lined florals. That would be gorgeous. I would end up using it on all the things. I also thought that they would be a good mix with these calla lilies. The calla lilies are so vibrant and beautiful, but I didn't have a lot of different variations. And so in order to bring in some different pieces that would like soften the spread a little bit, I needed something that wouldn't detract from the boldness of the calla lilies. So I like how this one came together. We're having our little calla lily garden. So pretty. It makes me super happy. And these particular stickers kind of look like they're painted. It has a painterly look to it. So beautiful. This is it's another light spring spread, just a little bit darker, a little bit more contrast going on in this one. All right, now I'm pulling boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans, pastel boxes in the big size. I do believe that Dani is going to use this as a journaling spread. So I'm giving her nice big boxes to write in. And then I will include a few bullet points as well. I love bullet points in my journaling. I don't need to write just sentences. I think bullet points that are like gratitude for the day or highlights of the day, things like that. I think those can be an effective tool as you are journaling. So don't think that when you're creating a journaling spread or a creative journal that you have to have just lines or just space to write full sentences. I think sometimes bullet points can go a long way to kind of expressing what you would like to express within the pages of your journal. Now, this may have ended up being slightly boxier than I originally intended. And the reason is that instead of going with just 2 box colors, I actually ended up going with 3. So we have this beautiful orange, a yellow, and a pink, all in the pastels. And because I went with 3, I had to make sure all 3 were balanced on both sides of the spread. So like 2 boxes on the left meant 2 boxes on the right. I had to balance it out. It's just how I am. And so it ended up with a few more boxes around the spread than perhaps I would have intended originally. But I do think it works because it's a journaling layout and because Dani will have plenty of room to write what was going on throughout the week. All right, we're going to get those in place, and then I'm just looking for a few other little places where I can add in calla lilies just to fill out our garden ever so slightly. It's hard for me sometimes. Sometimes I end up going way over the top, and don't get me wrong, there's a ton of stickers over here. But originally I wanted to do even more, and I actually pulled myself back because I figured, she does need room to write. She does just need some open space. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is add those bullet points. I did end up changing my mind with the placement, especially of those particular yellow ones that you see right here. I'm going to shift them over just because I ended up, it was a whole thing. Again, balancing of the colors. I can't just have 2 colors represented. I needed a place for the orange ones, and I needed it to make sense, and I just had to shift things over. But in the end, I think it works really nicely. I'd love to hear what you think. This is Dani's Calla Lily spread. A little bit darker. We're moving along the spectrum here. Let me know what you think of it down below. And Dani, I hope that this spread makes you smile. All right, last but not least today, we're going all the way to the dark side because Heather requested a villains theme spread, and I don't often get to use all my Disney goodies, and especially not the villains, and I love this set. So there were like 2 villains releases. There may have been more since the last time I picked up villain sticker books. The first one had a lot of holographic stickers, and while it was fun to have villains stickers, the holographic ones, not the easiest to use in our planner spread. So I'm going with the next villains release that had all of this like alcohol ink art to it, which I know that Heather is going to love. So that's what we're embracing on this spread. And I'm actually pulling from the larger book. So this is not the value size sticker book that we're all used to seeing. It's one of those larger sticker books from the Happy Planner, and it's actually sized for a big planner, and it's still going to work really well in Heather's classic sized or grande size planner spread. So I chose 5 different villains. We have Ursula, Cruella de Vil, Scar, Hades, and the evil queen from Snow White. And each villain was kind of paired with a color. And my goal is to keep that color in that section of the layout. So where Hades is, that's where all the blue will be. Where the evil queen is, that's where all the purple will be. We're going to kind of keep it like that because I think it makes a really bold impression on the page when you block the colors in that way. I also picked one quote to start with, and it's a quote from Scar, and it says, "I tried to behave, but I got bored." And I just feel like that's a fabulous quote for Heather, who is just so much fun. Heather is one of my patrons that comes to Zoom calls on a regular basis. We just have a great time, and she's just fantastic. And that quote seemed to fit her, I think. I also chose Dare to Begin, which is another really motivational quote. I think sometimes villains have pretty fabulous motivational quotes. Because if you think about it, villains are very, very motivated to get things done. I mean, they really, really are. So they might be evil, they might be up to no good, but they can get you going. That's for darn sure. In order to add some more function to the spread, I'm actually bringing in some black boxes. I did not want to bring any more colored boxes. I didn't think I had the right colors to coordinate with the colors that I already had on the page. So we're going to go with black, add a functional box to each day so that Heather will have plenty of room to write. It is a little bit more crowded than maybe I would normally go with, but I did two things, knowing Heather loves the long to-do list, so that is left pretty much untouched over on the left-hand side. And then I did have plenty of boxes. I think Heather will still be able to make this spread work, even though it's pretty darn full. However, I just love it. The last thing that I am doing is adding the days of the week, and then there's lots of little splatter stickers that go with each villain, and I'm going to use those to kind of splatter across the stage, kind of emphasizing that mixed media feel, and that's going to be it for Heather's villain spread. So now it is your turn to let me know, which spread did you like the most today? We had LeeAnn's beautiful light picnic spread. We had Dani's Calla Lily spread, and then we had the spread for Heather, this villain's spread. Let me know which one you liked most. As always, if you're looking for any of the supplies that I used, you can find those links down in the description box below. I want to give a huge shout out to my entire Patreon family. We have a great time. There are a ton of extra perks available over on Patreon. Take a little time, head to patreon.com/ScrappyWife to check it out. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.